Hello students, I am Professor Monica Prakash from Indian Institute of Tourism and Travel Management, your instructor for this module. Welcome back to the course on Destination Management. We bring this course to you as a part of e-Pathshala initiative of the Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, to make postgraduate education accessible to all. In this module, we will talk about the issues in destination sustainability. After completing this module, you will be able to understand the concept of tourism, destination, sustainability and carrying capacity. Issues in destination sustainability, principles of sustainable tourism, the concept of tourism life cycle and issues in destination sustainability at every stage. We will also focus on measures to overcome these issues. What are the roles of DMOs and their contribution in solving the sustainability issues? Destination sustainability can be understood through different perspectives. Any destination which is experiencing tourism activities can even face issues in destination sustainability. It becomes really very important to very alert while planning for the development of the tourism destination. Sustainability these days are a topic to be discussed and also a very key issue, as it is very significant to use our resources in the way that even our next generation can be benefited by it. To proceed with the topic, it is important to review and revise few concepts like understanding of destination, concept of destination sustainability, carrying capacity, destination management organization, destination branding and destination marketing, and how these concepts are an issue in destination sustainability and how do they play important role in resolving these issues. Let us begin over understanding the issues in the destination sustainability with revising the basic concepts. What is a destination? Remember, as already discussed, destination can be defined, and to quote a few destinations, it can be defined by many ways. And it goes like this. Like Ritchie in 1993 conceptualized the term destination as the package of tourism facilities and services which, like any other consumer product, is composed of a number of multi-dimensional attributes. Davidson and Maitland in 1997 outlined the characteristic of tourism destination in the context of a single district, town, city and clearly defined that it contained coastal, rural or mountain as having a total tourism product based on a variety of resources, other economic activities either in conflict or complementary to tourism. A host community, a public authorities responsible for planning the resources and an active private sector. Beecher in 1998 claimed that it is the tourist product itself, that it has certain markets to compete with other products. It can also be defined as an amalgamation of tourism products offering an integrated experiences to consumer. Leeper in 2000 studied the tourism destinations from the demand perspective, and he identified it as a set of products, services, natural and artificial attractions which are able to draw attractions to the tourist to a specific place. WTO defined it as a geographical area consisting of all the services and infrastructure necessary for the stay of a specific tourist or a tourist segment. Destinations are the competitive units of the incoming tourism. Destinations are therefore an important part of the tourism product. To conclude and to summarize in simple terms, a destination is a geographical area which caters the needs of the tourist visiting the place and offers something unique that the traveler is not able to find at their origin place. It can also be defined as the place with the combination of the product and services. A destination should withhold the cultural, physical and the social characteristics to have a destination identity. It should also possess adequate tourism infrastructures, a set of attractions and potential attractions, potentiality to support tourism planning agency and accessibility. What is sustainability? The literal meaning of sustainability is to carry in a way that the natural setup of a system can be maintained and sustained. According to World Tourism Organization in Dixon and Arcody in 2010, sustainable tourism development meets the needs of the present tourist and the host regions while protecting and enhancing the opportunities for the future as well. The manner in which the resources are controlled guarantees the satisfaction of social and economic needs whilst preserving the cultural and the natural diversities. According to Kuros in 2003, sustainable tourism development is the tourism that is established and preserved in such a way that it is economically viable over the long term, while at the same time does not deplete, destroy or change the natural and the socio-cultural environments on which it depends. Sustainable tourism development is essential to ensure that the interactions and the relationship between the natural, socio-cultural and economic environments are in a constant state of balance, that is, where the three environments overlap. Defining what is carrying capacity. Carrying capacity in terms of tourism in simple term means the measure of volume of a tourist at a place. To define and calculate the capacity of a destination to hold an amount or number of tourists. Carrying capacity in broader sense is related to the size of population and limited natural resources. It is very important to calculate carrying capacity of a place to maintain the environmental balance of the place. In other words, carrying capacity for a region can be termed as maximum number of people at a place for a given time with the limited resources that should not negatively affect the functioning of the ecology and should sustain the natural surroundings. In this way, the degradation of the natural surroundings can be controlled and can be stopped as well. For tourism, carrying capacity includes not only the natural sustainability but cultural, social, economic and environmental sustainability too. Tourism carrying capacity is defined by World Tourism Organization. Now, this is the maximum number of people that may visit a tourism destination at the same time, without causing destruction to the physical, economical, socio-cultural environment and an unacceptable decrease in the quality of visitors' satisfaction. Let us revisit the concept of destination marketing and branding. As the tourism industry continues to grow, the marketing and the management of the tourist destination is increasingly becoming competitive globally. As a result, there is a need to improve our understanding of the destination management in terms of how tourism destinations are built and marketed. Tourism destination marketing is often seen as competitive and complex issue. This is particularly so when the tourism industry is becoming more competitive with destination marketing organizations competing to increase their share of the tourist market by developing different destination marketing strategies. In order to understand this complexity, destination management and marketing requires a comprehensive approach. Hence, different tourism destinations such as the national, region states and the cities have established destination management and destination marketing organizations to promote, manage and market these destinations to the target in markets. Look at the global competitive scenario of the tourism industry. It is important to know the concept of destination branding and destination marketing as it becomes significant to market the destination in the way where the destination wants to see itself after 10 years and after 20 years and at times even after 50 years. The planning for destination marketing and destination branding should be done initially so sustainably that the destination should not be exposed to the impact of tourism in the later stage of its life. Therefore, initially after exploration stage, it becomes the responsibility of a destination marketing and management organizations to think and act sensibly for the development of the destination. What are DMOs? To recall, DMOs are the destination marketing and management organizations, which can be described as any organization at any level which is responsible for the marketing of a named or identifiable tourism destination. This excludes the government departments that are responsible for planning and policy issues. Destination marketing is one of the most important DMO roles, so the planning of destination marketing takes on a higher priority for a DMO, and destination marketing planning must be done professionally and thoroughly. Marketing promotions are expensive, so making the right choices of which markets to target and how to communicate the most effectively are of paramount importance. Destination marketing planning must not be haphazard, but requires a systematic step-by-step approach. The destination marketing planning process is one template that can be used. Every DMO needs to plan its destination marketing and it is very important to think of this planning as consisting of long-term strategic and short-term tactical time dimensions. For destination marketing, the strategic dimension is defined as 3 to 5 years into the future, while the tactical dimensions includes only 1 or 2 years ahead. Developing a vision is very important. The prime responsibility and accountability for achieving the destination vision is given to the officially recognized DMOs. The next step is for the DMOs to define its own vision for the future that will set in the right course to achieving the destination vision in cooperation with its internal and external stakeholders. Next is the destination marketing goals. Now let us consider some issues in the destination sustainability. After going through the definitions of sustainability, carrying capacity, destination marketing, destination branding, destination marketing organizations, etc., it can be summarized that a geographical region equipped with components of tourism can be termed as the destination. The destination which has the strength to challenge and face the characteristic of the tourism is a destination. A tourism destination which offers everything and caters the needs and the demands of the tourist coming into the destination needs to be very planned and organized. To be much planned, organizations and sustainable, it is really very obvious that the destination faces many problem issues. To discuss the issues related with the destination sustainability, let us start with the understanding of principles of sustainability. Principles of sustainable tourism. The 3 basic pillars of sustainability are social, economic and environmental, whereas few more can be added in the list of pillars which support the growth of sustainability, and they are like governance or the political participation and the policies, participation of people and society which leads to responsible behavior and sustainability. The 3 types of tourism which is considered to be the pillars of sustainable tourism are responsible tourism, ecotourism and community-based tourism. A very strong culture of buying locally is the foundation of a sustainable local economy. Tourists should believe in the responsible tourism, and to believe in responsible tourism and get authentic experience, buying locally will enhance your experience and will benefit the local people and the society and the environment they are in. Why sustainability? Sustainable approach helps us in many ways. Like for example, it preserves destinations for the generations to cover, revitalize the local economies and communities, definitely elevates poverty, safeguard our cultural heritage, help reach the UN Summit Millennium Development Goals, offers job employment opportunities within and beyond the destination. It keeps tourism dollars within the destination. But then there are certain issues in the destination sustainability. The issues that the destination faces while developing itself sustainably can be discussed under various heads, like impact of tourism activities. These are the negative and the positive impacts of the tourism over different spheres of life of a destination. The negative impacts that become major issues in the development of the destination sustainability are actually to be focused here. Impacts of tourism activities over a destination includes the socio-cultural impact, the political impact, the economical impact, the ecological impact and the technological and the legal impact. Lack of interest among the stakeholders such as investors, shareholders and suppliers. The third being the factors beyond the control of the private sector enterprise such as the government policy. The need to respond to the actions of the competitors. Inadequate funds. An economic challenge to achieve tourism sustainability is the inadequate availability of funds for carrying the activities or for a sustained development. Then you also have better economic alternatives, which are the possible thresholds and is criterion in the measurement of the capacity to absorb tourism at destination. Uncontrolled inflation, which is due to a tourism activities over a place, increases prices of the goods available within the destination. And to control inflation because of tourism activities, these are the major challenges to achieve sustainable growth. Shortage of labor over one destination and abundance of them at the another destination leads to imbalance of availability. And of course, there is an excessive competition, which is between the entrepreneurs and the destination at a maturity stage, leads to the thoughtless development and construction over a destination, which disturbs the carrying capacity and sustainability. Besides some serious losses and damage, which can be a cultural and a traditional loss, inequitable spread of benefits so that the locals are dominated by the newcomers in the area, lead to a serious crime, which is a social challenge in the development of a place. Environmental disasters or the natural calamities. These are the destructions that are caused by the environmental disasters and natural calamities, which disturbs the ecology and environment, which many at times becomes challenges in the way to maintain the balance of a peace. The perceptual user dissatisfaction. People travel from one place to another and select a destination to travel due to some motivation that the destination has and pull the tourist towards itself. Due to the carrying capacity and the sustainable development of the places, users' preferences and motivation changes and the activities that they want to perform over a place. If they fail to do so, it generates a perceptual dissatisfaction among the tourists visiting a place. Valued cultural loss. Now, the tourism activities in abundance can lead to the loss of culture of a place. Staged authenticity and demonstration effect in the tourism are a threat to cultural sustainability. Serious crimes, thefts, mob attacks, etc. Security of a tourist destination has become a serious challenge to maintain the image of a destination. Due to more number of tourists visiting a place which is over and above the carrying capacity of the destination, the host population many a times behaves in a serious defensive way, which becomes a challenge to create a positive image in the minds of the destination. Political inability to achieve the objectives. Now, these are the levels of the political system and the management system from local level to regional level to national level and to the international level. The political incapability to focus on the actual problem and to develop an effective planning and policy for the eco and sustainable development of a place becomes a challenge for the thoughtful development of the tourism. Tourism life cycle and issues at every stage of development. The various developmental stages of a destinations, as we know, are the introduction, involvement, development, maturity, decline and the rejuvenation. The social, economic and the environmental issues like pollution due to the tourist activities, which could be water, air or the land pollution. Vertical garbage due to the tourism, exploitation of the natural resources, unplanned constructions and etc. Non-involvement of the stakeholders or the roles of the DMOs. Similarly, non-involvement of the local people or hostile nature of the locals. Let us try to focus on what is tourism life cycle. Tourism product or a destination passes through different stages of life cycle. As we all know, these stages are introduction, involvement, maturity, decline and rejuvenation. Butler proposed the model of the tourism life cycle and the different stages, namely the exploration, introduction, involvement, development, consolidation, stagnation, major decline, slower decline and rejuvenation. To go in detail of all these stages of destination development and to discuss the issue that a destination faces at every stage, it goes like this. The first stage is the exploration or the introduction stage. This is a stage when a destination is identified and explored by few very enthusiastic and adventurous travelers. Now, at this stage, the issue of that the destination faces is just the identity crisis. The destination may have a lot of potential to be famous, but most travel destinations, because it is not identified and explored, it faces the identification crisis. Therefore, the economic benefit that the local population of the area could get many years back will only get after the exploration of the destination. There may be no tourist services available and local people will not be involved in many activities, making it as to the tourism. The second stage is the involvement stage. Involvement of the government bodies at the local, national and the international level takes place, and therefore, the locals also start getting involved in the tourism catering needs. Number of tourists coming into the areas are increasing. The issues that the destination faces at this stage of its life cycle is the lack of proper planning and the image that the destination wants to make for itself. The planning at this stage places a pivotal role in the future sustainability of the destination. If you do not plan it properly and responsibly, this can lead to major sustainable and the carrying capacity issues. At this stage of life of a destination, the unplanned construction issues and the unthought exploitation of natural resources start taking place. The third stage is the development stage. As the potential of the area increases, the stakeholders see their interest in this stage. They start investing in the areas of infrastructural development and growth. This definitely makes the number of tourists swell in the destination, which in turn increases the number of job opportunities, not only in the tourism sector but also in all interlinked and the related sectors. The good angle of tourist influx is the increase in the job opportunities, but the one factor that is needed to take in care is of the carrying capacity of the place, else it would not be a out of context thing to face the issues in sustainable development of the destination. The next stage, as we see, is the consolidation stage. The local economy at this stage is dominated by the tourism activities. Local people are making money from the tourism industry, but the issue that this stage faces is that the local people get shifted from the basic occupation of farming, fishing, etc. to the tourism activities, and therefore the basic occupation of that area suffers. The next stage is the stagnation stage. Lot of tourists has already visited the place by now, and therefore at this stage the destination faces a lot of competition from different other places, and therefore the authenticity of the place suffers as it needs most to make continuous changes in the destination to attract the same number of tourists as it used to get earlier. The number of people going level off then starts to decline, threatening local businesses and services, and there comes the stage of decline or rejuvenation from the stage of stagnation. Now, there are two possibilities for the destination, either to get decline or to get rejuvenated. Decline will vanish the destination forever and the number of arrival will go down, whereas on the other hand, rejuvenation can be done through proper destination marketing and positioning. After going through the various stages of destination life cycle, the issues or the conflicting priorities of the users of the destination, may it be the tourist authorities or locals, can be environmental, wildlife, natural feature of the destination that can be harmed by the excessive use by the tourist is a major concern in the sustainable development of the destination. The second thing, the tourists who come for tourism activities at a center or destinations require every facilities for accessing the place and for comfortable stay, which are always not necessarily a positive sign of development. Interference of tourists may be irritating and hostile for the locals. The fourth point, the local residents may be worried about congestion, littering, noise pollution and erosion due to infrastructural development of the destination. Now, if these different interests are not carefully balanced, the results could be damage to the environmental, local people and becoming upset or even hostile, and the tourists being put off visiting the destination. But are there any measures to overcome these issues? Yes. First, sustainable tourism development requires the reconciliation of the opposing interests and objectives, favoring partnerships and cooperation between decision makers, processors and consumers, promoting long-term public interest. The promotes adoption of universal sustainable tourism principles, develops tools and trainings to engage in sustainable tourism practices, increases the demand for sustainable tourism products and services. 3. A universal language defining a minimum standard for sustainability. 4. The global principles that can be adapted to address the local conditions and specific industry factors. The fifth point, a guideline for establishing programs. And sixth, supporting the certifiers. 7th, access to the destinations should be planned and carrying capacity of the place should be measured and controlled. The 8th factor could be the visitors should be made responsible towards the environment of a place and therefore should be encouraged to travel more by public transport than by their private cars. The 9th measure can be by raising the awareness of the conservation issues for the visitors with posters and different other mediums. They can be done at tourism information centers and visitor centers. The 10th measure can be if sustainable development of a destination needs to be done, then the impact of the tourism over the local people, economy and the environment needs to be controlled and balanced. To achieve this, there needs to be cooperation between the different interest groups like destination management organization, DMOs, government organizations, the state tourism development corporations of the landowners, hotels and the leisure industry, conservation groups like ASI, INTEC, etc., local people and businesses, and the most importantly, tourists. The 11th measure is possible strategies to achieve sustainable development of a place should be planned out according to the profile of a destination. The 12th way, education and local people and tourists about the sustainable tourism scheme should be introduced. Successful involvement of the local people is the only mantra for successful sustainable strategy for a destination. With their cooperation, positive outcomes are far more likely. Now let us try to discuss the role of DMOs in a destination sustainability. Can they be of made to any use? DMOs, we know, can play a vital role in solving the issues associated with the sustainable development of a destination. The role that the DMOs plays are very major for a destination, and these roles, if they are performed responsibly, can turn out the picture of a tourism destination. We all know DMOs have the overall responsibility for the coordination and integration of the destination mix elements and for destination marketing as well. The DMO structures vary according to the local practices and the government systems. Leadership and coordination. The DMO has a leadership role in the tourism within the destination, which sets out the overall direction for the future, for the tourism in the future. Planning and research. They are the key role in preparing the tourism policies, plans and strategies for a destination, which can be done through the conduction of research on an existing and potential target markets to guide future marketing and the product development and decision. Product development. The DMOs has the overall responsibility for the sustainable development of the tourism product, including physical products, people, progress and programs. Marketing and promotion. The DMOs develops the overall marketing strategy and prepares a long-term and short-term marketing plan for tourism. It identifies the priority target markets and selects the most effective image or the identity for the destination, culminating in the implementation of an effective branding approach. Partnership and team building. The DMOs put together an effective destination team and builds alliances to achieve the destination's product development and marketing goals. Community relations. The DMOs act as a main champion and advocates for tourism within the destination by raising the awareness and profile of the tourism locally to support the achievement of its product development and marketing goals. Additionally, the DMOs may consult with the community residents when making important decisions that will affect the lifestyles and the living standards. According to Wang in 2008, the roles of a destination marketing organizations includes they can be as a community brand builder, convener, facilitator, and a liaison of community industry, organizer of the destination marketing campaigns, funding agent for the collective marketing activities, partner and a team builder, and a network management organization. And therefore, it should be noted that the destination management and destination marketing organizations are becoming increasingly important in many tourism destinations due to the growth and the reliance by many developing and developed economies on tourism industry. Consequently, there is a need for integrative marketing and management strategies based on good understanding of the tourism products for the effective destination competitiveness and attractiveness through the activities of destination marketing organization. DMOs has an important role to play for resolving the issues that arises due to massive tourism activities at a place or destination. So finally, summarizing, we need to understand that a tourism destination is a geographical region with a USP, but that differentiates it from the destination. Carrying capacity is the way to maintain the economic and the social and the environmental capacity of a place without compromising the satisfaction or the comfort of the tourist. Tourism life cycle is the stages from which the tourism destination passes through, and at every stage the destination has to have a difference planning and the marketing strategies. DMOs should responsibly take their role and market the destinations in the way which is most sustainable and which does not adversely affect the heritage, ecology and the environment. The policy of a government or the local bodies or the DMOs and the local inhabitants play an important role in the destination's sustainability. So finally, students, Thanks for being there with us during this module. We will meet again for the next module.